This is Enough Said Sports.
Hey guys, I hope all is well in your world. It is all well here at Enough Said Sports. Thank you as always, guys, for tuning in and watching. Please support us over on Patreon. I got the links down below in the description. Check that out. Become a true fan of Enough Said Sports and get the aid your bank account needs. Also, for our merchandise, I'm wearing a Cheese Alert shirt here with the Enough Said Sports there on the sleeve. Check us out. We got shirts in there, a couple cool things, a couple workout shirts also we've added to the store. So really, really cool. Thanks for all of you who have already purchased there. And for all of you who haven't, check it out and grab you a shirt. And then finally, we have a new partnership, Bet US. It's also down below in the description. We got a special bonus code there. Please take advantage of that. Check that out as well. Now, this is a NFL season preview video talking about the AFC South division, who wins and why. This is unfortunately one of the worst divisions in football. You got the Tennessee Titans, Indianapolis Colts, Jacksonville Jaguars, and Houston Texans in this division. We'll start with the Tennessee Titans. Think that they're looking really, really stout this year. I like this team a lot. I think they're very, very good defensively and offensively. I do think they're going to miss Corey Davis a little bit there, but they got Julio Jones. So I think that if they can keep Julio healthy alongside A.J. Brown, you got two very big, very physical receivers. They really fit this offensive scheme really, really well with a big King Henry in the backfield running the football. Is a grown man back there, one of the best backs in football, if not the best running back in football. Very, very, very excited to watch this team play. Ryan Tannehill's coming into his own, playing very well right now over the past couple years, and secured the bag, got paid. Good for him. I thought that, they lost Adoree Jackson from the cornerback position to the New York Giants on defense. Don't know how that's going to affect them there, but I do like this football team. I think they're very, very sound. Indianapolis Colts, obviously their strong suit is that big offensive line. Of course, they have their guard. His name escapes me, Quentin Nelson, hurt right now. Hopefully he can get back pretty quick. There it looks like Carson Wentz obviously was the key acquisition for them this season. Going into 2021, obviously, unfortunately got hurt there in camp. So we'll see what happens as far as his availability for week one, but it looks like he's on track to play in week one. But they've got an outstanding offensive line. They got a really, really solid defense for the most part. Darius Leonard in the middle is also a grown man in the middle of that defense. Definitely a Ray Lewis type player. Definitely a game-changing type player. Of course, they have T.Y. Hilton and others at receiver. So definitely looking forward to seeing what will happen. Being that I am a Giants fan, being that I've watched Carson Wentz over the years, I will say that when he has been protected, he's been very, very good, very, very efficient, really good quarterback when he's protected. When he's not protected, not so much. So we'll see what happens. I think the Colts probably have a chance to be pretty decent this year if they can keep Carson Wentz clean. I don't love his injury history. I'm concerned about that. Obviously, he's already hurt. So we'll see what happens there. They don't really have a whole lot in way of a backup. I think Phillip Rivers is kind of the sneaky backup on the street right now that's retired. So if something does happen to Carson Wentz, I expect Phillip Rivers to come back in, finish the season for the Indianapolis Colts, which wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing. So I think they'll be a solid team. I don't think they'll be that great, but I think they'll be solid. Jacksonville Jaguars, I think they're going to be an absolute hot mess this year. I do not trust Urban Meyer. I think that Urban Meyer is a very good college coach. I don't think he has what it takes at this level, and that's just my personal opinion. Maybe I'll be wrong. Never seen him coach in the NFL, so we don't really know. But from what I've seen, the way this team is put together, I'm not real impressed with GM/head coach Urban Meyer in this particular scenario. I'm not really high on Trevor Lawrence. For those of you who have watched my content for any length of time, you know that. I do not believe in him. I think that, I watched him a lot at Clemson. And I watched him really struggle when Clemson played against teams that were on their level, or maybe even a little above their level at times. He really, really struggled, which does not bode well for him in the National Football League, because every team is really, really good, even the terrible ones. So I'm concerned for him. I think he's going to really struggle, and I think that he could be a draft bust. And I'll just go out and say it. I think he is going to be a draft bust, to be honest with you. I watched, and I'll just give you an example of one of the reasons why I don't care for him. Clemson's playing against Syracuse last year. Syracuse is pretty terrible football team with Dino Babers up there as head coach, and one of the worst teams in the country. And they were, tied with Clemson in the fourth quarter last season. Should never happen on your watch, Trevor Lawrence. So, not a fan, not a big fan of Travis Etienne either. Don't think he's going to be that great in the NFL, but we shall see. They did cut Tim Tebow, which I thought if you were going to have Tim Tebow on your roster, probably should have had him in the quarterback room, either being the backup or the third-string quarterback there behind Trevor Lawrence. So we'll see. We don't even know if Gardner Minshew is going to start or not. I very seriously doubt it. They're trying to pretend like there's a quarterback competition. I believe Trevor Lawrence is going to be your guy from Jump Street, and he probably should be. Their defense leaves a lot also to be desired. So I think Jacksonville's going to struggle again this year. So we'll see what happens with them. And finally, we'll talk about that dumpster fire down in Houston, the Houston Texans. David Culley, poor guy. Feel really bad for him to get in a head coaching job. I mean, it's kind of hard to say you feel bad for somebody making the kind of money that he's going to make this year. But, boy, he's going to earn every bit of it with everything that they got going on with Deshaun Watson. Everything that's going on in that quarterback room, everything that's going on with the organization as a whole. They don't have very much talent. They're very, very challenged. They're just a dumpster fire. I think they have the opportunity this season, especially if Deshaun Watson doesn't ultimately end up playing, to go defeated all the way through. They could go 0-16. They could potentially be the worst team in the National Football League. I think they are going to be the worst team in the National Football League, so I'll go out and say that. So with that being said, I believe the Tennessee Titans win this division. I think that they have what it takes. That cupboard is not bare. I do think the Colts don't. I think the Colts will probably miss the playoffs here. I think there's going to be a lot of other stronger teams, like in the NFC West, that they're going to have, not the NFC West, the AFC North and the AFC West that they're going to have to deal with, because I think the AFC West could potentially have 2 to 3 playoff teams there. So we'll see what happens. Thanks, guys, as always. Really appreciate the support. Let me know in the comments what you think about this prediction. Oh, and the Titans are minus 105 to win the division, by the way. So for those of you who are wondering that, but I'll also put that in the description. So take care, guys. Talk to you soon. Have a great and wonderful day, and you'll be hearing from me again really soon. Thanks.